Guys, welcome back to my girlfriend's craft room. It has been a hot minute, so let's go ahead and get into it. On one of our previous episodes, we went over our Shit Hits the Fan setup with a 13.9 rifle and a G45 as our pistol, this guy right here. So let's go over the belt setup and my kit, plates, and some of the other stuff that I have for our Shit Hits the Fan scenario. Alright, let's jump right into it. This is my belt setup. My pistol on the right hand side, mags on the left hand side, I got a knife in front, utility pouch in the back, and I have a small dump pouch. This pistol holster is for a G45 19. This is from T-Rex. This is their Ragnarok series. Big fan of this holster, been using it quite a bit. You can get different belt setups on here. Different setups if you want QLS fork, that type of thing. This setup works really well for me. It's super simple, super robust. The holster itself, pretty thick. Never had any problems with it. There's not a lot of flex going on there, so I'm pretty happy with that. The belt itself, moving across, this is just an old Cobra belt. I would like to upgrade to a T-Rex belt. I think that they're pretty high quality belts, and it eliminates the need for these belt retainers. These are just little rings. You put these around your belt, and then you put these around this belt, and it holds everything together, so you don't have belts moving around with each other. In front of that, we have a knife on our belt, and this one is from ESEE-3. This is a super high quality knife. It's got G10 grips. This thing is literally scalpel sharp. I can shave the hair off my arms easily with this thing. This is a fighting knife. This is not a utility knife for me. I have other knives that are used for utility reasons. This is a fighting knife only. So I keep it on the front, nice easy access. I don't cut anything with this. Like I said, it is a fighting knife only. But I would go with a high quality knife for your fighting knife. Something with good steel, it's gonna hold an edge. Something that's got decent corrosion resistance. And something with a decent scabbard. This one is an injection molded plastic scabbard, and I have attached it to the belt here just using paracord. There's better methods of doing this. I'm sure you can get a better scabbard. You can make one out of Kydex. This is just the easiest way that I found of doing this. Holds it nice and tight, doesn't go anywhere. If I want to move it, I can just slide it down the belt. But this works out well for me. I like to keep it right in front, because everything I do is in front of me. I don't have arms in the back of me. I don't like to have to reach behind to grab a fighting knife, especially if you go down on your back. All the fighting is going to be done in front of you. So I keep mine right up there. I could keep it on my plate carrier up here. That's another option too. But if I don't have my plate carrier on or whatever I'm doing, I usually have my belt on me. So I keep that on me. Cobra style buckle on this guy. Pretty common. And then moving around, we have the SHTF mag pouches. 2 Glock pouches, and then a standard AR-15 pouch. And these have Kydex inserts in them, which is really nice. They're fabric on the outside, Kydex inserts, holds everything. On the back, they're MOLLE webbed, so you can attach them however you want. I got their belt slide clips. They work really great. They do move around a little bit, but not that much, to be honest. And then they have a little bit of MOLLE on the outside, so you could attach tourniquet or whatever you want on there. Moving around even further, I got this little pouch. I don't remember exactly who I got it from. It could have been one of those Amazon things, random site. All it is a small admin pouch. I wanted something I could put on my belt. I could move it around. I had a couple pouches, really small. All I want to do is contain my multi-tool, which these are super beneficial. This is a Gerber. It's their classic multiplier needle nose. It's got all the regular tools on it that you could possibly need. These are invaluable when you're working on your own stuff, your guns, just general things like this where you'll need a small plier or wire cutter. These are truly invaluable. So I keep these in this little admin pouch on the outside. Inside, I just have a tourniquet. Eventually, I am going to get a short suppressor for my pistol, and I'll keep a short suppressor in here for when I want to do a couple shots of real quiet work. I'll keep that in here, but for the time being, this just houses a standard tourniquet, which will be in there with the suppressor later. But for now, that's it. Moving around a little bit further, we have I believe this is a Blue Forest Gear dump pouch. It all smashes up inside this little square right here. Really convenient. It just goes on the belt, slides back and forth wherever you need it with these little tabs. And then when you want to use the dump pouch, you just rip down on this and you've got your dump pouch. And this thing is watertight. It is sealed. You could actually put water in this if you wanted to. I'd use it for stowing my mags or things I pick up off the ground that I want to keep with me. You could put your headphones, whatever you need a dump pouch for. This is really convenient. And then it's got this little cinch strap here, so you can close that up, keep everything inside. So I like to keep this stuff as lightweight as possible without sacrificing too much. This is ripstop material, so it's plenty strong. Does what I need it to do. It's small, it's out of the way. I don't have to worry about any of that. So that's why I really like these. And it, like I said, it all folds up and jams into this tiny little pouch, which I really like. I don't like the big 3-inch wide dump pouches, take up a bunch of belt space, and that are cumbersome and heavy. This just all jams right up inside there and has a pull string, so I'm pretty happy with that so far. But yeah, that is the belt setup. I usually keep this guy off to the side. You may have noticed I have a chunk of paracord hanging off here. It's good to have extra paracord, especially in a shit hits the fan scenario. You never know when you might need this. I believe this is 20 extra feet of paracord on here, taking up no space. It weighs nothing. So. All right, so now we got the belt set up out of the way. Let's go over my plate carrier. This is the London Bridge Tactical, the LBX Tactical Armistice 2 plate carrier. This is their modular plate carrier setup. So far, I am a huge fan of this. Super comfortable. The straps on this thing are super thick, and they have like kind of gel or foam inserts in the pads themselves. And then they have these sleeves so you can run comms through them, you can run hydration through them. So that's really nice. The nice part about these is they have a little admin pouch up here. So if you want to shove pencils, whatever you want for marking on maps, that type of thing goes right up there. If you have a nice thin plate, there's even more room. The front, this panel is completely changeable. So right now I have 3 mags with airborne retention, but this whole panel, if you rip up on it, comes off, and then there's these little clips right here. Let me get this one off. That unclip, and then you can stick whatever panel you want up there that they offer, and you have full customization of the front of your plate carrier. So far, no problems with this. This has worked great. To take it on and off, rip this guy up, pull the strap out, put it over you, put it back on, and put the flap back over. It's pretty standard. A lot of companies do that. And then on the back, we've got our drag handle. If somebody's got to drag you out, nice thick handle. It's sewn in multiple places. This thing's not coming off. Don't have to worry about that. And in the back, I've replaced my panel with a mat pack. And this mat pack is really nice because it offers me just a little bit of storage on my plate carrier itself without having to run a big backpack or anything. In here, in this main storage compartment, I can run some tools that I might need. I've got electrical tape, super handy. When you need it, you need it. I've got a repelling ring. This works like a snatch block or your standard repelling ring. This thing is super heavy duty rated. It's for actual climbing. Same thing with this carabiner. This is a climbing carabiner, rated really high. And then I've got more paracord. There's a paracord bracelet. I would just throw this on and then have that on me. But it's a nice place to store this stuff out of the way. Doesn't take up a lot of room. It's not in my main compartment. It's got these buckles on them, so you can put poncho on there. You can put a rain fly on there. You can put a jacket, whatever you want to put on there. You can put in there, cinch it down. And then the main compartment on this is pretty big. It is padded, and these zippers have this really nice watertight seal around them. So anything you put in here is going to stay pretty dry. Now, this is big enough that you can put a hydration pack in. They leave a slot up here right at the top corner on either side. So it's not fully waterproof. If you submerge this, you are going to get water in, but it is rain proof. It is like rain resistant. The rain's not really going to get in those slots. But you can put a hydration pack in here, run the tube out of this slot, up and through your shoulder pack, and then you'll have a hydration pack there. And this is padded and stuff, so you don't have to worry about like punctures, anything like that. Another spot for storage, which is always really nice when you need the space. You need the space. Without it, it weighs nothing. It does take up a lot of room. This Velcro's on just like the other panel, and there is clips at the top. Now, as for plates in this guy, let's go over that real quick. All right, now the plates that I have in that plate carrier are these RTS Tactical. They're made in Miami, Florida. They're curved, and they are cut on the sides. They are a little thick, but they are a level 4 plate. And these have got absolutely stellar reviews. You can look them up. I believe Mr. Guns and Gear has done a review on these, where he just shot the crap out of this with all sorts of stuff. It's got the like bed liner, spall protection, Kevlar. It's got ceramic. It's a whole self-contained level 4 plate. I really like these. They fit really well. They're not too big, but they cover everything that needs to be covered, and they fit in that plate carrier, which is the biggest thing. So, also, I run one of these in this backpack. Now, while we're going over shit hits the fan gear, I believe you should have some sort of medical backpack that you carry with you, or whoever's traveling with you carries with you, and some sort of survival gear with you with your backpack, whatever it may be. So let's dive into this real quick. All right, so this multicam backpack, I don't remember exactly where I got it. It's probably another Amazon purchase. So far, so good on this guy. It seems really good, high quality stuff. It's got MOLLE on it. It's got pouches everywhere, everything you could need in a survival or shit hits the fan backpack. It's not too cumbersomely huge, but it has just enough to hold whatever you need to hold. We've got some small rolls of Gorilla Tape. And if you've never used Gorilla Tape, it is extremely useful. It is like duct tape, but on steroids. This stuff, this is extremely thick, extremely sticky. I mean, whatever you want to use duct tape for, this is the best freaking duct tape to use. And the fact that they make it in these small rolls is extremely convenient because it fits in a backpack. Super easy, it's super light, doesn't take up a ton of room. So there's a few rolls of that in this bottom pouch down here for general purpose use. Going up from that, we've got a roll of electrical tape. I have it on this carabiner, so it's easy to rip off and use. Electrical tape, again, super, super handy. You can use it for so many things. You wouldn't believe how many things you could use it for. On another one of these rated carabiners, you can use this for climbing, you can use it for rappelling, whatever you need. And then I've got a Glock knife on here that is well used. This Glock knife is amazing. It's got serrades on there in case you need to cut a branch off, which I have done with this. Blade is super, super strong, holds an edge well. This is a great multi-purpose knife. Couple 5.56 mags, full of green tip. The ones on my kit are full of green tip as well. The ones on my belt are full of green tip as well. We also have Leatherman trauma shears, or whatever you want to call them. They're as tough as you can get shears. They've got seatbelt cutter built into them. These things will cut through nearly anything. If you want great scissors that are lightweight, they fold up, these are the ones to get. The Leatherman surgeon shears, trauma shears, whatever you want to call them. Down below that, we've got a moldable splint, so you can wrap your limb up with that, keep it in a straight position, your leg, whatever you need to do. You know, and a lot of this stuff may not even be for you. You know, a lot of this stuff you may find you have to use for somebody else. We're not going to go through everything that's in here, but some of the easy stuff. We've got compression bandage or Israeli bandage. Wrap this thing up, stretch it back over itself, toggle it in. It holds really tight to gauze, really tight to wounds. Some stuff that's in here that's just too valuable not to have in a shit hits the fan emergency medical kit. In the main pouch, and that's one thing that I love about this backpack, it opens up top to bottom nice and wide so you can get to everything that's in here. More compression bandages. Once these things get bloody, once these things get used up, you're not going to want to keep reusing them. You can only sterilize them and wash them so many times before they just get disgusting. So I've got a few of these in here. Gauze, lots of gauze in here. We've got some mountain houses. I'm going to throw some more in here. And we have one of those RTS level 4 plates in the back of this, because nothing is worse than getting shot in the fucking back. So whoever is wearing this backpack is fully protected. In here we've got some wrap, just some of this standard athletic wrap for going around gauze, whatever it needs to be, and some Z-Pack dressing. This stuff is nothing high-tech. This is all just stuff for taking care of gunshot wounds, breaks, sprains. I've even got in here, in one of these side pouches, that one's got tourniquets, probably in this one. It is just full of antiseptic ointment and band-aids, because little cuts like that on your hands, on your feet, wherever it may be, little cuts like that need to be as addressed as other things. You get infected, and then you get blood poisoning, whatever it may be. So little things like that need to be addressed as other things. So this isn't anything too special, but in a shit hits the fan setup, this is truly invaluable. If you are the person without a setup like this, you are going to be wishing you are the person with a setup like this. So something to think about, not only having a good fighting kit, but having a good medical kit too, so you can take care of yourself, your loved ones, whoever you're traveling with, maybe people you meet, you can take care of them too. Set one of these up, set it aside, take it with you when you go places. You never know. Traveling from place to place, stumble upon a car wreck. This might come in handy. So train yourself, take CPR, take first aid, you know, take some classes, learn some stuff, set up a kit, and it'll pay off eventually, I promise. Our last backpack. Now this is the one that I will use in conjunction with my plate carrier. This is a small medical pouch. It has a lot of the stuff that this has in it compacted into this, and this rips away. All you got to do is take off that buckle, and this whole entire pack rips off of the backpack, and you can carry this wherever you need to go. It's got a tourniquet on it. Tourniquets are valuable. And then this is a whole safety pack ready to go. Really lightweight, compact, easy, not a lot to think about there. You can buy these already put together off Amazon, eBay, wherever. Some more medical stuff in here. And then inside of our other stuff, we've got some more mountain houses. All you got to do is add heated water and you can eat those. Those are great. Our main pouch has some survival stuff. We've got a knife. This one's sweet because it is a swing blade. On one side you have a standard knife for gutting game, and then on the other side you've got this guy. So what you do is you make your little incision with this, flip this over, and you unzip the game to gut them like a zipper. This thing is super, super sweet. A limb saw or a bone saw, whatever you use it for. Lightweight, small, doesn't take up any room. We've got a life straw in here. I also have, because a life straw is not enough, a charcoal filter water bottle. These are slow, but if you need to carry water around with you, or you need to use this to spray out a wound of some kind, these are freaking great because you can have pretty sterile water for doing whatever you need to do without having to boil it. Something to keep in mind. And then of course, we've got a hydration pack in here. The only thing I'm missing in here, I've got a flashlight, some other stuff. The only thing I'm missing in here is some fire starting plugs. I'm going to order those soon. The fire plugs off Amazon, they're little pink plugs, they're about this big, are fantastic. They work submerged in water. Dunk them, pull them back out, they still light on fire. They burn for like 5 minutes a piece, which is more than enough. You could actually rip them in half, have twice as many, because it doesn't take more than 2.5 minutes to start a fire if you know what you're doing. This whole thing weighs probably no more than 6 pounds. So to add that to my plate carrier, you know, my plate carrier weighs a substantial amount because it has 2 plates and 3 mags full of green tip. You know what they say, ounces equal pounds, pounds equal pain. So try to keep your shit as light as possible. Adding this, I know, is not ideal, but in a shit hits the fan scenario, you'll be glad that you have something like this. Even if you only pack around with this most of the time, and this stays in camp, you'll be glad you have something like this, and especially a medical kit like this. You're traveling with somebody that can carry this medical kit. Big fan of these. London Bridge Trading. A lot of the high rollers in our military trust London Bridge Trading. That's why I went with this. This thing is saltwater rated, proven, tested, and so far held up extremely well for me. Black multicam would not be my first pick. I prefer standard multicam, but this is what they had when I bought it, so this is what I bought. So guys, as always, if you have any questions or comments, get down in the comments. Let me know what you want to see. If you have any questions regarding this stuff, where I got things, you know, what to look for. If you have any questions, let me know. Get down in the comments. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are over on Rumble. If you're seeing this on Rumble, we are on YouTube. So get in one of those. We have an Instagram as well. Instagram at Independence Arms. Try to post on there frequently. Let me know what you guys want to see. We've got a lot of stuff coming up. some fun stuff, some more serious stuff, some reviews, things you probably won't see on other channels. So, until next time, this has been Independence Arms. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.